So this exercise is a chest supported Y raise. I grab my dumbbells first. Then you want to stick your chest to the top of the bench and your hips to the bench. From here, chest and hips are touching the bench. Most people are going to be able to do this with the feet flat. If you're a little bit shorter, you're probably going to need to go on your toes, but I'll explain that afterward. You're going to come up and out to the sides like you're doing the Y. Slow on the way down, breathing out on the way up. You're going to feel tension a little bit on the shoulders, but mostly in the middle of your back. Very concentrated at the middle of your back because this is working your lower traps. That's a muscle that gets very weak when you're sitting, driving. It's one of the muscles that gets weakest the quickest, and it causes bad posture when it's weak. So strengthening the Y raises in particular is what helps you have better posture. Now, if you are a little bit taller or a little bit shorter, for most tall people, 45 degrees is fine. For somebody who is shorter, or particularly for women as well, you're going to have to go 30 degrees or maybe even 15. Now, the same mechanics apply to you. You still have to have those hips touching the bench. If you can, have the chest touching the bench as well. And you're still doing the Y raise from this position. However, if you notice my heels are up and I'm on my toes. You want to make sure they're nice and planted and that you're not like off and sliding off. So even though my heels are off, I still have foot pressure on the ground. And now you're still doing the same mechanics, breathing out on the way up and coming slowly down. But if you're heavy chested, you might need to walk up on the bench a little bit more so that way your chest is not as much on the bench, okay? The widths on the benches are all very different, so you might have to try to grab a narrower bench for yourself. You can even go a little bit lower, not the most recommended here to get your chest off, but you can go this low and do the same thing Y raises. And also work around how high you need to come up on the bench to feel more comfortable for you. So like I said, you may need to come up on the bench nice and high, get those heels up so that way my chest is now no longer touching the bench, but you're not hunching over, you're tightening your back, and from that position, that's when you're doing the Y raise. Do not go heavy on this exercise. I'm using 2.5 pounds, and this is more than enough to help you start feeling the exercise. This is an exercise where you're gonna do more reps for lighter weight. And that's how you do chest supported Y raise.